Box score: Zach Eflin will always hold the distinction of being the first acquisition of the Phillies' rebuild that commenced after the 2014. When he arrived in the organization, in a trade for Jimmy Rollins, he was billed, and he would go on to confirm this, as a sinker baller who pitched to contact and relied on his defense. That style of pitching has merit, but it's really not how the front office that took over after Eflin arrived wants to build its pitching staff. The club wants guys who miss bats, get swing and misses and strike people out. Eflin was that guy Monday night, and it wasn't by accident. The 6'6" right-hander has added 20 pounds of muscle, HES up to 220, and a couple of ticks to his fastball in the last year. That has given him the confidence to attack hitters with a riding, four-seam fastball more than he used to. That style of pitching helped him strike out a career-high 9 batters in 6 2/3 innings in the Phillies' 11-0 win over the San Francisco Giants. See first take. 10 of the Phillies' runs came on homers by Odubel Herrera II, Cesar Hernandez and Carlos Santana. Eflin called off a lineup that had scored 24 runs in a 3-game weekend sweep of the Braves and had averaged 5.63 runs per game since April 20, third most in the majors over the span. He did it by throwing 55 four-seam fastballs. The pitch averaged 94.2 miles per hour and topped out at 96.9 miles per hour. That's power. Eflin has made 2 starts since coming up from AAA Lehigh Valley and allowed just 7 hits in 13 2/3 innings. He gave up over 10 hits per 9 innings and struck out just 4.7 batters per 9 in 22 starts over his first 2s in the majors. With his newfound power, Eflin is a pitcher in transition. He threw a 2-seamer 45% of the time and a 4-seamer 23% of the time last. On Monday night, he threw just 16 2-seam, sinking fastballs. "I think him throwing the 4-seamer a little more," he said. "I just seem to have such better life with it. Now that I'm using my legs, I'm really getting extension. More leg strength," after double knee surgery in 2016, has given Eflin better pop on his fastball and that has allowed him to be more aggressive. At 24, he seems to be pitching with the mindset of a guy determined to finally show people he belongs. "There's games in the past where I kind of just nibbled the corners and not really thrown pitches aggressively," he said. "It's changing. I have to do that every pitch. My stuff plays up a lot more now that I am aggressive with every pitch. I've kind of taken it that way." Manager Gabe Kapler would not directly acknowledge that Eflin is transitioning to more of a power pitcher, but he liked the 14 swing and misses that Eflin got, 6 on 4-seamers. "There were swings and misses on fastballs in the zone by some really good hitters, and those were the ones that were really standing out to us," Kapler said. "We've been talking a lot about will Zach be able to miss enough bats to be really effective at this level tonight. He was able to do just that. And if you can do it once, you can do it over and over. His stuff might just be that good." That was really exciting. Box score: the Phillies used power in the batter's box and on the pitcher's mound in rolling past the San Francisco Giants, 11-0, in the opener of the 4-game series and 7-game homestand Monday night. 10 of the Phillies' 11 runs came on home runs, 2 by Odubel Herrera and 1 each by Cesar Hernandez and Carlos Santana. Herrera belted a long, 3-run homer to center off Jeff Samardzija in the first inning. He added a 2-run shot in the 6th against reliever DJ Snelton. Hernandez took Samardzija into the second deck above right field with a runner on base in the 4th inning. Santana drove a 3-run homer over the center field wall in the 5th against Snelton. The 4 home runs provided more than enough offense for Zach Eflin. The 24-year-old right-hander pitched shutout ball for 6 2/3 innings. He gave up just 4 hits, walked 3 and struck out a career-high 9. Typically a sinker baller who pitches to contact, Eflin struck out just 4.7 batters per 9 innings over 22 starts in 2016 and 2017. His strikeout total on Monday night was fueled by a big fastball. 57 of his 109 pitches were 4-seam fastballs. The pitch averaged 94.2 miles per hour and topped out at 96.9 miles per hour. That's power. See story. Eflin has made 2 starts since coming up from AAA Lehigh Valley and allowed just 7 hits in 13 2/3 innings. He gave up over 10 hits per 9 innings in his first 2s in the majors. Eflin called off one of the hottest teams in the majors. The Giants entered as winners of 4 in a row and 11 of the last 14. They scored 24 runs in a three-game weekend sweep of the Braves and had averaged 5.63 runs per game since April 20, third most in the majors over the span. The Phillies, meanwhile, entered the game with one of the coldest defenses in baseball, averaging just 3.42 runs per game since April 24, fourth lowest in the majors over the span. Right-hander Seranthony Dominguez, called up earlier in the day from AAA, made his big league debut with a perfect eighth inning. He struck out one and hit 97 miles per hour on the radar gun. See story. Hernandez and Rhys Hoskins, the NOS 1 and 2 hitters in the Phillies lineup, helped the team get going in the first inning. They both walked against Samardzija. Herrera then followed by unloading on a first-pitch fastball. The three-run shot landed in the upper-tier bullpen beyond the center field wall. Fire ODUBEL fire. He hits a three-run homer in the first to give the Phillies an early lead. pic.twitter.com/ick9ickcourt, NBC Sports Philadelphia at NBCSF Philly May 7, 2018. Herrera has reached base safely in 36 straight games, dating to last. He is hitting .345 with a .400 on-base percentage and .532 slugging percentage over that span. He is hitting .341 this. Updated, Tuesday, 12:39 a.m. It was only a matter of time before Seranthony Dominguez would arrive in Philadelphia. That much became pretty clear back in February when Gabe Kapler got his first look at the 23-year-old right-hander during spring training. The Phillies manager gushed about Dominguez's power fastball, slider mix and said he pitched with the bravado of a veteran. 2 weeks ago, Kapler got another look at Dominguez during a perfect inning of work at AA Reading. See story. A few days later, Dominguez was in AAA and on Monday he arrived in Philadelphia when the Phillies placed reliever Adam Morgan on the disabled list with a back strain. Dominguez got the word he was headed for Philadelphia just before 1 p.m. in Lehigh Valley. He was at Citizens Bank Park a few hours later and made his big league debut with a perfect eighth inning, a 97 mph fastball and a strikeout of Evan Longoria in the Phillies' 11-0 win over the San Francisco Giants. See first take. "It's a moment I will never forget," Dominguez said after the game. He said he was not nervous. "Excited, yes, but not nervous. That's my personality," he said. "It's a moment I have been waiting for. It's something I have been getting ready for, mentally and physically. I just took it as, well, this is my time. Now I have to show them that I am ready." Dominguez reached triple digits with his fastball in the minors last. The Phillies converted him to a relief role this spring. He pitched 16 2/3 innings at AA and AAA and allowed just 8 hits and 3 earned runs while striking out 21 and walking 3. Clearly, Dominguez has the makings of a future closer. For now, all Kapler would commit to was that Dominguez would take down meaningful innings for the team. Pitching in a blowout was a perfect setting for Dominguez to get his feet wet in the majors. "There's a lot of reasons to like Seranthony," Kapler said. "The first reason is he's got a really big fastball and the slider and changeup play well, also. But the thing that I find most impressive about him is his composure and his maturity and his mental readiness. Those are the things that stood out in spring training and continue to stand out as we watch video, as we look at numbers, as we remember back at spring training." The Phillies signed Dominguez in October 2011 for $25,000 out of his native Dominican Republic. The pitcher visited Philadelphia this winter and was asked about his unique first name. He said it was something his parents heard on television. Morgan has been one of the Phillies' most consistent relievers since August of last. He has a 2.45 ERA in 17 games this. The Phillies did not place Morgan on the disabled list until about 90 minutes before first pitch Monday night, so there was no immediate word on the severity of his condition. He faced 2 batters in Washington on Sunday and allowed 1 hit and recorded 1 out. With Morgan on the DL, the Phillies have just one lefty, Zach Eflin, in their bullpen.